Hi, welcome back to Orlando Experience, and welcome back here to Wild Adventure. So, if you didn't see our first video, we did come here during the day, and we were kind of checking out all the daytime offerings, just normal park stuff, riding rides, coasters. We were able to do POVs thanks to the wonderful staff here that allowed us to go around and film on all the rides we wanted to. So we rode all the big coasters and stuff. So if you want to go see that and check out the actual daytime park, go check out that. Tonight, we're going to be more focusing on Luminights and their Halloween offerings. Today is the last day, so unfortunately you're going to miss it this year if this is the first time you're hearing about this, but definitely check it out next year. So we're going to be focused on food. They have a few great decorations around. They're going to have a bunch of lighting as soon as it turns dark. So come along with us and experience this night. So over in our first vlog, we did get our first treat item. It was less of a treat item, it was actually more of a savory. It was a loaded mac and cheese with sausage. But this time we're over here at Sugar Shack, and we're going to be getting a few items over here. So we're going to hop in line. It's a little bit of a wait, but we're willing to wait for it. We didn't end up getting a few things here. We ended up getting a caramel apple funnel cake. These are pumpkin spice Twinkies, and they are pumpkin spice fried onion. I'm not the biggest fan of pumpkin spice, so we'll end up seeing how much I like any of these. So I just got done eating not all of that. I've eaten a lot today at this point. But I liked a lot of the things. I'm not the biggest fan of funnel cakes, but it was a good funnel cake. I did like the Oreos, but they didn't taste too much of pumpkin spice. It was just a coating on the outside, and I felt like the Oreos way overpowered it. I did think that Twinkies though did taste of pumpkin spice, and they were pretty decent. We were going to get the Dippin' Dots, but unfortunately they were out of the special ones. They have some special like spooky ones. I don't know if it's exclusive to this park or if it's like a Dippin' Dots thing for a bunch of different parks and it's just something on their lanyards. I'll show a picture of the lanyard right now to show you what was on the list this year. Obviously next year it will most likely be pretty different than this year. But we're actually going to head around the park right now and check out a bunch of the decorations all around. And then there's like a pumpkin sculpture thing at the front that's indoors, I think. Yeah.
Oh, can I say hey?
Yeah. There we go. But then we're going to head up to the front to check out that pumpkin sculpture thing right at the front. So here right on the lake, they do have a pumpkin spice dusted hand-rolled pretzels. Thought I'd just show you guys. Not getting it. I'm pretty tapped out at this point. So it's very dark over here right now, but earlier when we were actually eating in the barbecue restaurant during our daytime vlog, they were actually doing a costume contest over here in this little theater. So good to know for next year. Don't know how well you can see this sign, it's pretty dark. But yeah, they have a game show back here. They also have some pumpkin bobbing. So that's here, if it is here next year. But it's more of a daytime Halloween thing. We're heading into Oasis Outpost. Woo! That is the newest area that they just built this year. And they seem to be having some parties back here. So they do have a ton of really fun characters out here, including some pumpkins, scarecrows, and just a bunch of different characters. I did see a bunch of them earlier with that costume show kind of that was happening over there. And then they do have a ton of fun flamingo pumpkins over here. This is super fun over here. So they seem to be doing some sort of dance party over here. They have a bunch of the kids watching. Again, this is kind of the kids area over here. And they have a lot of these big pumpkins all over their food areas and stuff that say Great Pumpkin Nights. I also love that they've pulled like the theming approach. So this is a pizza place and it's got like a pizza carver up there. It's like eat. And there's also one with a pumpkin in front of it. They also have a big lion back here, right behind where they're doing this stage thing here. So we're heading into the foggy forest right now. This is a very, very similar to what they do over at Dollywood for Halloween too. We recently saw that just last year. So if you want to go check that out, I'll link it right now. But very, very similar thing with the string lights along a path. These ones seem to be quite lower though. These are like, my head nearly touches them. And then they have some fog pumping through too. And obviously, if you're a fan of night ride coasters, they do have the coasters running here at night. They've got almost no wait. So if you love doing that, there's a lot of coasters here that you can ride at night during this season. I would if I wasn't so unbelievably full. I don't think that will end well. But it's super nice. Again, almost identical to Dollywood's, with it being kind of synced up to the songs and the lights following them and with different patterns and stuff. Super, super pretty. I love this. I really loved it at Dollywood, and I'm so glad they do it here too. So they do have a really nice area over here. It's all orange and pumpkin-y. We're kind of next to the pirate ship over here and the sky coaster. Oh, it even changes colors. Can't decide if it's linking up with music. The music's a little bit of a way, so it might be, but it's just not as prominent. So we're just gonna keep walking around. There is a kind of pumpkin sculpture thing at the front that we're gonna get in, ride at the last second, kind of end of the night thing. I didn't notice as much during the day, but I'm really liking all the themed pumpkins in front of all the rides and some in front of the food areas. I think it's really nice. That is quite the screaming boat behind me, good heavens. We've got a few more cool decorations. So we got one of those like light tunnels in front of us too. Right there. So unfortunately, that is one thing that we missed. We didn't get to do it during the day when it was like the safari train, but at night they do have it all themed to like pumpkins and different Halloween stuff. So it's kind of a like Halloween, not really a spooky train, but they have like a bunch of pumpkin sculptures, and apparently they redo the audio over the whole train to make it Halloween themed. So I really wish we got to do that, but unfortunately we have run our course at this point. 7:40, parks close at 8, so we're hoping to get the rest of the Halloween stuff other than that in. Super cool light tunnel up here though. I love these light tunnels at any park. I just think they're so cool. It almost messes with your eyes because of all the lights around you, especially when it's dark out. Yeah, again, if I wasn't so full, these coasters are really well lit up. I don't know if these are its normal lights or if they're purple for Halloween or not, but I really love how this looks. I think this boomerang looks great, especially with they just repainted it, so that definitely helps with the look there. I love when coasters get repainted. I just think they look so much more alive. Right over here, we're kind of heading towards the front. They do have pumpkin painting, so if that's something you're wanting to do, it's actually not too bad. So if that's a thing that means a lot to your family, I definitely think do that. We are right back at the front where we started. And we're heading back kind of towards the main area with a bunch more sculptures, and then we're gonna head into the indoor area. Got more of these giant inflatable pumpkins up here. Obviously great for photo ops. And the fog kind of is pumpkin-y. That isn't something I think ever experienced before, so that's interesting. They have a giant spider over here that looks identical, if not the exact same one, from Dollywood. So that's cool. Now that I'm closer, maybe not identical, but it is pretty close. I think the other one at Dollywood had a few like small little spider pumpkins with it too. But I really like a lot of these pumpkin sculptures. They look so great. They're so great for family photos too. If you watched our last video, you did see this while we were walking in. There's a big cat pumpkin sculpture right over here, right at the front of the park. And then we got a gator right over here. This is right in front of, the actual gators, so that makes sense. Gators are just right off to our right here. They do have like a gator walk over where they keep them, and it is all green. I don't know if that's, again, Halloween or if that's just the normal, but I like that it's lit up either way. And I believe this is our last one until we head inside. We've got a giraffe. Big giraffe. Again, I'm really liking how this park looks at night. I think with all this lighting and stuff, I am curious to see what it looks like without all this lighting, if it still holds up well. But I really like all the themed pumpkins and all the overhead lighting. It reminds me again a lot of Dollywood and Silver Dollar City. Alrighty, our last stop of the night is right here, literally right at the front of the park off to the left, called Luminights Legends, and it is a pumpkin gallery. So gonna head in here right before we head out for the night. So here we go, Wild Adventures theme park sign right here. This is kind of like small pumpkin displays with some hand carved pumpkins in here, all lit up. So this is really funny. As I said earlier, in the other video, if you didn't watch that one, here at Wild Adventure is where they filmed Zombieland. The ending scene with all the theme parts, it was all filmed here. So they have a Zombieland pumpkin back here. I really like the coaster pumpkins. I think these look really great. You just saw another one right before that. Well, that's about it. Showing you the last little bit. That is the entrance sign here at night. Again, this whole walkway here really sets the mood for the night. I think it's super nice. But we're actually gonna head right behind me and we're gonna wrap up for the night. And before we go actually wrap up really quick, I was going to show you a little bit of the fall merch. They do have a exclusive Great Pumpkin Wild Adventure shirt. It is right here. It's a long sleeve. Then they do have that fall shirt you saw at the front. And they have a few more fall items over here. Seems like they only have that one Luminite shirt though. It's right there. The rest is kind of just fall merch, and I think it's great. So that officially does it for our first time here at Great Pumpkin Luminights here at Wild Adventure in Georgia. I really like this event. I think there's a lot of merit to these family events. Again, I am a big horror event kind of person, so obviously I really like Horror Nights. But I think a lot of times for these local parks that attract mostly families, this is absolutely perfect. I think this has a lot for everyone. Coasters are open during nights for any thrill seekers. Little ones have little coasters and little flat rides that are all lit up with Halloween lighting. There's tons of areas to take family photos. There's the foggy forest that I really like, those like strung down lights that they do both here and at Dollywood's. I think they look great. And I just think there's a lot of merit to bringing out families for the time of year, because I really like Halloween. So anytime I get to go to a new Halloween event, even if it is a family event, I'm so excited. So thanks for watching. I hope this video brought a little more joy into your day, and we'll see you guys next time.